got it. Woo! Here you go. Oh yeah! I feel like a mom right now. Like.
You're my skate mom.
Your skate mom. Hi, my name is Eunice and I've been skateboarding for 10 years. My favorite trick is pop shove it.
Hi, my name is Erin. I've been skateboarding for 15 years and my favorite trick is a nollie back 360.
Hi, my name is Sierra. I've been skateboarding for 20 years and my favorite trick is the Burt slide.
Hi, my name is AJ and I've been flying trapeze for 10 years and I've been teaching for 6 years.
Hi, my name is Mar, and I've been flying trapeze for about 4 years and teaching flying trapeze for about 3.
Hi, my name is Jesse. I've been doing circus forever, flying trapeze really consistently the last 7 years, and teaching classes the last 2 years. I'm a little nervous about skateboarding today. I feel way more comfortable in the air, so this should be really interesting.
For your first challenge, I will be showing you the basics of how to stand and ride on a skateboard. So you're gonna put your board down in front of you. You're gonna figure out which foot you guys like to have in the front. First thing is you always want your toes to be right below your first 2 bolts there. And then you're just gonna give yourself a good push. Try to put that back foot over the back bolts. So when you start, everything is like open and pointing forward. But when you go to put your foot on, you want everything to turn sideways again. So your balance points are always gonna be your shoulders, your knees, and your toes all have to be facing the right direction and be parallel with each other. Because if all that is in line, you're way less likely to like slip out, fall backwards, all that fun stuff. The next most important piece to skateboarding is learning how to get off your board. After that first push and you get comfortable with that back foot being on the back of the board, you're gonna wanna slowly take it off and kind of be like a brake on the side. That's gonna be your best bet to try to slow down. Try to make that back foot your brake. Does that make sense to everyone?
This doesn't look as scary as I thought it would be, but I still am kind of scared. We'll see how it goes. Does it matter which way like the board is facing? Like, does the writing face me?
Yeah, the writing typically faces you, so this will
Okay.
be your nose and that'll be your tail. Do you know which foot you like to have in front? Have we decided?
Well, given the other sports I do,
Yeah.
I tend to be like ambidextrous.
Oh,
so
wow.
maybe I'll try both.
Yeah, we can start right here though,
I was
and
gonna
then
say-
yeah, you want to lean forward and tell me which foot you want to put forward.
But I want to do it with, it just depends.
Oh,
on,
'cause you're-
like,
okay.
I'm weird, so
Alright,
I can try
alright.
with like the right leg first and maybe left leg for the second one.
Yeah, let's do that. So I'll
Um,
get on this side of you. Point your toes towards me. That's the biggest thing after you step on. Woo! Wow, look at that.
Okay.
All right,
And
we
then-
got the stop. Ah, beautiful.
Oh, can you switch up which leg you use for whatever skill?
It will actually just improve your skateboarding down the road. So.
You hear that? She said Paris
Yeah,
2024.
yeah, Paris 2024. We'll see you
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2. Woo! All right. Now how's the stopping on that side? All right, so I think you are a little bit more goofy. Feel a little bit more confident on your right
Yeah.
side. Would you say?
Yeah.
No arms this time. I'm here for support if you need it though. Woo!
Okay.
Look at that. All right, guys, someone's ollieing today. I already can feel it, all right? You have decided you like your left foot in
Left
front.
foot, right.
Okay, we're gonna start with the left foot in front. You can place your left foot right
here.
Yep, you wanna see a little bit of the front bolts, and then do you give a good push and then try to get that back foot on?
Right on top of those bolts?
Yes, are you ready? Mhm.
1, 2, 3.
Woo!
Ah!
You got it, turn that front toe towards me. Yeah, great job.
I'm a skater now.
You are, that was actually really great. All right,
Thank you.
let's restart and do that again.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah!
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
I'm so proud of you, Mar. That was beautiful.
Thank you so
That
much.
was awesome. Hi, AJ.
Hi!
Do you know which foot you like to have in front?
My left.
Awesome. Okay, let's put your board down. Let's have your left foot right there below the bolts. Yep. Perfect. Do you want balance beams?
Just maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to get that back foot used to getting pushed on the board. Woo! Yeah, you're doing it. Amazing.
What?
That was a perfect stop. Okay, this next one, no hands. All right, I'm here for moral support. Woo! All right, grand finale.
Thanks, guys.
So good, guys.
I think it went better than I expected.
It was a lot of fun. I was surprised at how engaged my core had to be. It's actually pretty hard.
They did amazing. I'm actually really surprised that everyone was able to stop so gracefully. That actually can be really tricky if you've never been on a skateboard before.
All right, you guys ready to do some turns?
Yeah.
The main thing you want to know is turns come from your toes and your heels. And so when you're on the board, over the trucks, you can feel if you lean on your toes, it's going to turn in a little. You lean on your heels, it's going to turn back a little. It's definitely easier to turn when your feet are in the right position. When you push, make sure they're right above the bolts and just lean on your toes. And see if you can get all the way around in circles. And then go the other way and lean on your heels. And stay low so that you can keep your balance. So once you kind of feel like you've got this figured out, you can put that back foot a little further back, and it's gonna be the same, but you do a little bit of a lift of the tail. It's gonna feel a little strange, but you do have to lift up the front foot just a little bit. Think less about pushing down on the back, think more about just lifting up the front foot and leaning it to a direction you want. The board's gonna follow your hips too. So when you lift up, if you want to turn in, point your hips that way, you know? Who's first?
What?
All right, let's do it.
I'm a little nervous. She's like, the lower you are, the easier it is. I'm like, the lower it is, the closer I am to just rolling onto the floor.
I'm a little afraid that I'll lean onto my back foot instead of just thinking about my front foot. So I'm going to try to think about not pressing down too hard and throwing myself backwards.
All right, you ready to turn?
Yeah, I'm kind of scared.
You are not scared, you got this. So do one push, get the good position, so straighten your feet out. Yep, there you go. Bend your knees a little more. Perfect, yes, there you go. Awesome. Yeah, those are some sharp turns.
That was actually really fun.
Great. Let's go the other way now.
Okay.
Now this one always feels a little different because you're leaning towards your back. Yeah, get low. Yes! You could do this in your sleep. There you go. Okay, so now we're gonna graduate to tic-tacs.
Okay.
And the difference between that and turning is your foot positioning. Your front foot is still gonna be up on the bolts, but your back foot is gonna be on the ball of the tail, more or less.
Okay.
That looks stable. Bend your knees, stay low. Lift the front, yep. Yeah! Yeah, what? Was that a 180?
I don't know.
Okay. The other thing, if you ever feel like you're starting to lose your balance, just ditch the board. Just
Okay.
jump off of it. You don't need to ride out that wobble.
Okay.
Just jump.
Got it.
Yep. Yeah! Woo! Oh yeah! Oh my gosh, you're so balanced! Okay. All right, so we're gonna turn. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Bend your knees. Yeah, there you go. Yes! Woo!
What do the arms do?
The arms are doing perfect. They keep your balance. You can always point to where you're going, but they also are just there to help you balance.
Okay.
Yeah. Butt down. Yes. There we go. Woo! Oh, shredder. We've got a
Okay.
shredder.
Yeah, look how to
High
stop
five.
myself. Thank
All right,
you.
now we're on to tic-tacs.
Oh.
I think it's time for you to lift up the front of that board now, okay?
Okay.
So we're gonna
Okay.
start like this, foot on the back. Okay, can you lift it up a little? Okay, so I'm gonna hold your hand and I want you to commit to those swings a little more, okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna be on the back hand now. Push it towards me. Oh, that was pretty good commitment. Ready? Push back. Yeah, there you go. Ah! Okay. Gosh, making me sweat.
That's a lot of cardio.
I told you
too.
it's a little oblique work. You gotta
Yeah.
okay. Perfect. Keep going, turn it harder. Yes. Oh, perfect. Perfect. All right. Now let's do the opposite side. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Perfect. There you go. So that's a lean. You felt that. That was a lean. You felt your board kind of get offsided. Sometimes too, when you're going kind of slow, it's a little wobblier. When you have a little more speed, it kind of has like flow to it.
Okay.
Put one extra push in that and see if the turn might feel a little smoother. Yep, there you go. Yeah, see? Done. Simple. Simple, you weren't even wobbly at all. All right, you ready to try tic-tac?
Yes, please.
Just in place real quick. Let's just stand on the board and see if we can do this a couple times. Take that front foot off the board. Lift it up a little higher. Bend your knee. Boom. Okay, once you get that feeling, start to try and move your foot around. Yes, so foot on the ball of the tail, great. Bend your knees. Yep, great. Yes, woo! Amazing, high five.
Thanks.
That was great.
That was super fun. I had a hard time trusting myself, like leaning back on my heels, but after a couple of times, I felt like I did okay.
I was honestly really surprised at how well I did. I feel like trapeze and skateboarding are both about like just not overthinking anything and kind of just doing what you need to do in the moment.
They did great, actually. I saw one 180, like a full 180. That was a surprise. I think having the overall trapeze background gives them like balance, that they can have good hand and eye coordination. But I think it's like that unpredictability of a skateboard that is probably the toughest part for them. But yeah, no, I think they're on it. They're ready for the next challenge.
All right, my prodigy skaters, for your third challenge, we're gonna go down the ramp. How y'all feeling? Cool. It's kind of long. You're gonna pick up some speed, but the most important thing is to stay leaning forward. You don't want to lean backwards and slip out and fall on your... Another helpful tip is to keep your shoulders parallel to the bank. So when you're standing on the bank, you don't want to lean back. You want your shoulders to be at the same angle of the bank. You want to make sure you bend your knees. If you think about it, the closer you are to the ground, the less impact you take when you fall.
We're gonna fall?
No, you're not gonna fall. So feet on the bolts, shoulders, knees, toes, all square, and bend your knees. Oh, thank you.
That was so good.
Thank you.
I think this is what I'm most nervous for. I'm a large person, I'm 5'11", and so getting that speed really scares me because I think I'm just gonna topple right over, but I'm definitely gonna try my best.
I'm kind of nervous about this one too. Like what Mar said, she's the tallest one, but I'm the smallest one, and I see myself toppling over just as easily.
Okay. All right, we're gonna Spartan grip here. Feet on the bolts. Mm-hmm. All right, you feel good? Bend those knees. Everything's square.
No.
All right. Ready?
Okay.
Oh, forward, forward. Damn, I think you could do it with no hands.
All right, let's do it.
I'll be right here. Bend those
Bend,
knees.
bend, bend.
Lean forward. Yeah!
Yeah, I'll step on and I'll hold you first. Is the foot
All
placement
right.
okay?
Oh yeah, feet on the bolts. That's perfect.
Ooh. Hey, check it out.
Yeah, you got
And
some
what do I do
speed.
there?
Oh,
Ah!
oh, oh,
Oh, that's that thing.
Wow! Pro.
Amazing.
That was so pro.
Okay. A little switchy here.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah! Nice! Jesse! Oh my god, so good.
Yeah, that was actually really fun. I could do this all day.
All right, Mar,
I'm really scared.
you got this. We're gonna
Thank
do
you.
this. So feet on the bolts, perfect. Everything's square.
Yeah.
All right, so just make sure you lean forward and keep your knees bent.
Okay.
You got this.
Yeah.
Lean forward, forward, forward. Oh, yes! Yeah! Nice!
That was scary.
Down that turning.
That was kind of scary. Do you think maybe we should do two hands one more time?
Yeah, we can do.
Ready.
Ready? Lean forward, forward.
I'm okay.
Good save, good save. All right, so we're gonna start a little bit farther back so we can get more momentum to get over the crack.
Okay.
So you don't have to kind of,
Lean into it.
yeah, like lean into it.
Okay.
All right, we got this. Nice! Perfect! I feel like a mom right now. Like,
You're my skate mom.
you skate mom. Got it. Damn! Oh my god,
did
this
it.
is insane.
I'm so proud of myself.
You should be! Oh my god!
I think a lot of the circus background helped because a lot of it is like keeping your balance. It's not just that like our bodies are physically strong. We've also conditioned like our inner ears like to keep us upright and to have really good balance. So I think a lot of that does play into effect with standing on the board itself.
The hardest part was not leaning backwards and to keep my weight kind of positioned forwards on the board. In trapeze, you have to trust yourself too, and you have to trust that the technique that you're being taught is accurate and it's gonna keep you safe versus what your brain is telling you is gonna keep you safe.
Oh man, they beasted. They did so good. The hardest part about going down an incline is getting over the fear factor of it and just getting the courage to send it, you know, and they did that.
Next is the ollie. We're going to start here on the wonderful grass because we don't want the board to roll a whole bunch under our feet while we're learning these steps. So first things first, we're just gonna have the board flat. You're gonna step on it as if you're riding it. Front foot this time is gonna be a little bit lower than the front two bolts. The back foot's gonna wanna be square on the back of the tail here. And we're gonna practice at first. I'm gonna break this kind of into 3 steps. It's a pop, a slide, and then a jump. So the pop part is you pushing this foot down. The slide is you sliding this front foot up, and then you gotta jump. I'm gonna show you just a little breakdown. But yeah, that's really the very quick version of how to ollie.
So this is the one that my kids really want me to do. They have been working on it and I really hope that I can make them proud.
All right, Mar, let's see what
So
you got.
first foot
Yep, on the back. You can
right?
push the tail down, yep, and then put your front foot
right below the bowl.
a little bit below, yeah, right
There we
there. I'd almost scoot your toes back a little bit, yeah, because that's where your pop is gonna be. Yep. So push it down and
Yeah.
practice. Yeah, do that a couple times. That's how we tear our shoes up.
Got it.
So you got the pop, the slide, and now you just need a little jump. Woo! That was it.
That was kinda hard.
I know, but you actually got the
Okay.
you got the wheels off the ground. That's perfect. So yeah, try to slide it perfect. Try to bring that front foot that little bit lower, because the more room you have to slide it up, the more the board's gonna come with your feet. Woo! Yo, that was the ollie.
Was it really?
Yes.
Did I do it?
Yeah, you got the whole board off
I'm
the ground.
happy.
You're gonna push down. Can you push down with me? Push your yep. Practice sliding that front foot up, and then you'll jump. Yep. All right, try to do it all in one quick
in
motion. Let's keep those front toes on the board a little bit more. That's what's feeling weird. There you go. Yeah! Good job.
Thank you.
That was awesome. All right. So you can practice just pushing down, push the tail all the way into the grass, slide that front foot up, and jump a little bit with it. There you go. Yeah! I have another tip for you.
Okay.
Let's crouch down a little bit right before you're about to pop to give you that momentum.
All right.
Get up in the air. Yeah! That was such a good ollie. You want to try it on the ground with me? All right. You can hold on to me. By all means, put all your weight on me too. Don't feel worried about that.
So ollie position, right?
Ollie position. You're just going to do a little one. I'm not asking you to jump to the sky or anything.
Okay.
Just a tiny little boop. And even if you have to do it in those 3 slow steps where we push to your tail, now slide your foot up as if you're going to ollie and then jump with it. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Just a little one. Just a little
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
You
yeah.
got the balance. Yeah!
I'm so happy. That was
That
so
was so
hard.
good! High five! Oh, you ready to ollie? You are. I can feel it. There you go. Yeah. Yeah!
Yay.
Good job, Jesse.
Okay.
I'm surprised you guys were able to do this so quickly on the concrete. Like it's borderline incredible what's happening. All right.
Okay.
Woo! There it is. Get a little more of a jump in there. The bending of the knees. Let's try that. Yeah. Let's give it a little bend. Yeah!
I'll take it.
That was way harder than I thought. When you realize that the board's coming up out of under you and you have to land on it and still balance, kind of blew my mind a little bit. It's pretty hard.
It went really well. I thought it was really fun. I think that like the balance aspect of everything I do outside of here helps a little bit, like because you want to stay upright. You do want your core to be nice and tight. I definitely do that with the other stuff I do in circus.
I mean, the fact that they all got little baby ollies, they got their wheels off the ground, they got pops on concrete, that's all really hard stuff. So I'm very impressed.
It's time for the last part. We're gonna put it all together. You guys are gonna go through your first slalom course. Okay, so you're gonna start on this end over here. You're gonna get a few solid pushes in, get a good speed, and you're gonna weave in and out of these cones using what you learned. You're gonna turn, you're gonna tic-tac, whichever feels better to get the job done. And when you get to this one, go around it and go down that bank. How's that sound?
Amazing.
Let's do it.
I'm kind of nervous, but I'm really excited because it's going to feel really fulfilling putting all the things that we learned together into one final course.
At the end of the run, you wanna, pick your board back up. There's a couple different ways you can do it. You can either do this sideways way, and you basically wanna take the ball of your foot, put it perfectly on kind of like the middle of the tip of the tail, and it's just gonna launch it right up. Yeah, see how it launched it? If that's not feeling too good, you can also try and launch it in front of you this way. It's gonna be the same motion, a little tip of the tail, and you clamshell it into your hand. Yeah! Woo! Here you go.
You got it, Mar.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Woo!
Oh yeah.
All right.
Keep going, keep
Oh
going.
yeah.
Yes!
Oh yeah. Down the.
Oh yeah! You got this. Yeah.
Go, go, go.
Yeah, Jesse. Oh yeah.
Oh! Yeah! Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
yeah! And amazing. I keep missing all these high fives. I'm skating in for this one.
AJ.
You ready, AJ?
Okay, let's do it.
You
Let's
got
do it.
it right here.
Let's do it. Got this. Okay. Perfect. Yeah!
Yes.
Nice! Woo!
Today I learned that skateboarding is really hard, but it's also super fun. It's a lot of cardio too.
This day was so great. Like, it was really fun. I was nervous coming into it, but I'm totally surprised at what I could do.
Honestly, what surprised me most were my abilities and how my balancing from doing circus acrobatics and trapeze really transferred over to skateboarding.
My favorite thing is the ollie, and I'm gonna keep practicing it because determination, I think, is an important part of skateboarding and trapeze.
The biggest similarities between trapeze and skateboarding would be that you want to be strong, you want to commit to the movement that you're doing, and you want to utilize the correct technique.
The biggest similarities between skating and trapeze are probably just having that send it attitude. If you're nervous, if you have doubts in yourself, you kind of have to turn all that off and just send the trick and do it.
The trapeze artist did a lot better than I expected.
I think everything surprised me. I wasn't really sure how far we were able to go with all the skills and techniques that we went over, but everybody did amazing.
In the beginning, when we were learning how to push, they started off pretty good, but towards the end, they started looking really comfortable on the board.
They're trusting what we tell them. They really think about it. They're really honing in on that, and then they're going for it. And it was cool to see them really bring it all together.
I've never seen anyone do this well. I think them having their athletic background definitely helped.
I think it's just a lot of like core strength, body strength, and they use that on the trapeze, but then kind of relating it to the skateboard is really cool.
I'm sure their balance is already, but it was just, like a reworking of a balance they already know. So I'm sure it was challenging on their body, but I think their bodies were like a little ready for that challenge,